Alright, hey guys, so as some of you guys may know, I started school yesterday. I know, I'm so young. But, since I have school, I have to, go to school. Go to school. Which means I won't be able to stream in the mornings, no. But I'll still be able to stream on weekends and maybe in the afternoons if I have time or whatever. So basically, I had school yesterday and I was thinking, it's almost year 10 and I'm like, I'll probably need to pick an elective for year 10. So I'm like, alright, I guess I'll talk with my friends and think about what I'm gonna do with my life. And then I got into this existential crisis. I'm like, wait, what am I actually gonna do with my life? Because when I was young, I was like, yeah, I'll become a doctor, I'll become a lawyer, I'll become I don't know, something, a successful business owner. But then I'm like, hold on a second, that's not as simple as that. First of all, doctors have to do like 500 years of learning and have like 1,000,000% on all of their marks to get something, and I'm like, And then lawyers have to do like memorize like 1,000,000,000,000 different law things and blah 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 blah. And it's not as simple as just, yeah, I guess I'll become a lawyer, I'll become a this or that. So I'm like, yeah, but what do I actually want to do when I grow up? So I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'll do something IT related, because I don't know, IT is important, blah, 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 blah. So, because my dad used to be like, yeah, IT, you should do it when you're older, it's good, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, you're just a boomer, I don't know, you wouldn't know the best for me. But then I'm like, hold on, IT is actually like a really good occupation. Like, have you guys seen the offices of Google, like their workspaces? Like, if I could work in a place like Google, that would be like my dad. Like, literally, have you seen the environment? The colorful couches and everything? Like, if I could work there, I would genuinely be happy going to work every day. Like, just the environment and just how the feels of working in Google. That looks so, I don't know, just feels so nice. And I'm like, yeah, maybe also, overall, tech or like coding and stuff like that seem way more fun than something like, say, maths or like English. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if I was given the option to either code a website and add images and add buttons and stuff, or write an essay, I'd be like, well, obviously I'd code a website. That seems like way more fun. I mean, of course it's not going to be like super fun, but I mean, it's still way better than, say, writing an essay or doing something like that. And like, learning coding is way more fun than like learning maths or something like that. So I'm like, that might actually be fun. Like, so, like, for like almost my entire life, I've just been like putting off IT. Because like, since when I was like 6 years old, I'm like, yeah, I'm bad at IT. So I just sort of gave up. I was like, yeah, IT is not for me. But then recently I've been studying IT a bit. So I did it for one of my year 9 electives. And then I also do IT for, I'm probably going to pick it as a year 10 elective as well. So, and now I'm like, yeah, I actually could do IT. IT seems pretty fun, actually. Like, it's way less shallow than I thought it used to be. I thought it was like, yeah, you're going to be an Indian tech support man. But then I'm like, hold on a second, that's not what all IT is. And IT actually looks way more fun than like half of the other occupations out there. Like what? A maths teacher? Like, what? Like a lawyer? Like, what? Spend half of my day freaking looking at receipts? Like, no, that's not what I want to do with my life. So I'm like, IT, that seems like a good idea. And also, I really like history, right? Learning history is really, really fun. Like, learning about all the wars and all the things that happen within the countries and blah, blah, blah. That's fun, right? So I'm like, yeah, maybe I want to be a historian or something. So that was what I've been thinking for, like, basically my entire life. But then I'm like, I actually don't like writing essays, and I don't like doing source analysis. And I just, like, after thinking, I'm like, wait, so what does an historian actually do? Like, there's no way they just sit around watching YouTube videos of history every day. So I'm like, hold on a second. And then, as I get older, I realize history is not watching YouTube videos and listening to war documentaries and seeing life in the Middle Ages. No. History is like, you get given like an artifact or something, and then you have to like analyze it, and you have to like, oh yeah, this one, they probably use this to pick eardrum, or like, they probably use this to, I don't know, scrub their toenail or something. And also you might get given like a piece of text and be like, oh, maybe life back in 1653, I don't know, maybe it was very damp or something in South Africa. I don't know. But that's not what I enjoy of history. I enjoy learning about like all the wars and all the conflicts and all the politics and stuff and all of the funky, interesting stuff. But that's not history. Like a historian is not benefiting the world by learning what happened in World War II 15 times. Like that's not benefiting the world in any way. And there's no way that they would earn any money just doing that. They would have to freaking analyze sources and learn from the past and stuff, but that's not really what I want to do. That doesn't sound like fun, right? So I'm like, IT, although it didn't sound as fun at first, but now I'm like, that's actually probably a way better thing for me to do than, say, something like history. So then I had to pick my electives for year 10, right? Because, you know, that's the thing you gotta do. So I was looking in the electives list, and I was like, alright, so I've narrowed it down to a few things, because I'm definitely not doing drama. No, I'm not becoming an actor anytime soon. No. And then I'm like, what else is there? There's also like, Renaissance history and like Chinese history. No, not having any of that. Not having any of that. No, thank you, not in my house. And then I'm like, what else is there? Let's have a look. And then there's like stuff like, what was it? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, there was like Viscom and like, I mean, that's not that bad. But then there was also stuff like photography, and I'm like, yeah, nah, not having any of that. So basically what I was left with was just like history. So there was Australian history, which is like, of course, yeah, that's always a topic. And then there's also, there was media/IT, and I'm like, oh god, I've got to make the most important decision of my life. Because I'm also learning French, you know, because French, like in VCE, which is basically the thing we do, which is like basically the final exams or the SAT in Australia. So doing a second language gives you like 1,000,000 trillion more points. So I basically like, although technically you don't have to do a language, it's like very, very, very encouraged that you do a language. So I either had to do Latin, Chinese, or French. And I'm like, so apparently everyone gets like 1 trillion points extra for doing Latin for some unknown reason. I don't know why. But apparently everyone who does Latin gets like 1 billion points, and also it's like super easy or something. And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll do Latin. But I've been doing French for like 6 years of my life, and also I've been like try-harding at French recently, and I'm like, I don't want to lose all my French progress just so I can do a language that nobody speaks, just so I can get like extra points on VC. And I'm like, oh god, all my friends are doing French as well, I don't know. And eventually I'm like, you know what, it's not worth losing my sanity to do Latin, so I decided to do French. But that means I'll have to do it 10 times more, because French is like, as the second language, is like 13 times harder than Latin. Like, basically, you need to learn Latin at like a year 3 level to get like basically the same amount of points as if you learned French as at like a year 11 level. Like, it's just like not the same. But I'm not willing to sacrifice all of the French that I'd learned prior, so I decided to do French, and I'm gonna have to prevail. So that means that leaves me with only one other subject left, because we're allowed to pick 2 subjects. It's kind of sad, but it's fine. So I'm like, okay, so I either do history, which is fun, and I do it as a hobby, or I have to do media or IT. And I'm like, oh, all right. So according to my reasoning before, as much as I'd like to do history, because still at this point it's not source analysis yet. It's still a lot of just listening to stories, watching documentaries and stuff, and that's what I really like. I love doing that, right? But then I'm like, is this really going to benefit me in the future? Like, if I'm going to do this for fun, I might as well pick a subject like drama. Because if I'm going to do a subject for fun and not continue it, that means I've literally wasted an entire subject slot this year just for fun reasons. And I'm like, oh. So basically, in the end, I decided to do IT, you know? It's the smarter choice, right? Like, it's the smarter choice. So I decided to do that after all. Anyway, guys, so, you know, I started school recently. That means I won't be able to stream the normal 7 a.m. in the morning. I'll try and stream on the weekends and just any random times. But I'll do reruns at like 7 or my usual stream time, because, I don't know, I don't want to just have my stream Twitch channel just die. Just like be dead. Just gone. So, you know, I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll do that then. I'll just stream whatever time I wish. So I guess I'll do that. And also, I'll still try to do daily uploads. I couldn't upload one yesterday because I was just so under the weather, man. I had to prepare like 15 different items because during the holidays, I decided to not pack my things and put them in safe spots where I'd remember where they are. No, that's not what I do. I'm not organized like that. So I spent like 3 hours yesterday trying to find the Animal Farm so I could fucking read it. And I'm like, bro, this isn't gonna work well for me. This is my life now. But it's fine. I still haven't found the book, and I kind of need it because I need to do that for my text analysis thingy. But you know, I'll find it someday. It's probably chilling in my closet somewhere. And also, yeah. But I'll try to do daily uploads. I'm gonna try really hard, even if it means not doing homework. Okay, maybe I'll still do my homework. But you know, I'll try and do it as much as I can. Because at year 9 level, you still don't get much homework. Like at most. Because I'm like relatively smart-ish, I guess you could say that. So I only usually have to do an hour of homework to complete the day's homework, and also I have to do instruments and blah blah blah. So I usually still have a few hours to record videos like today. And also on the weekends I'll try to record like 15 videos, so at least I have a backup. So I won't just have one day run out of videos to upload and just die. Okay, bye bye. And also, you know, just something like that. So that'll be good. Anyways, I hope you guys subscribe. You know, my channel's kind of been like falling apart, sort of ish. I'll try and build it back up there. I've got motivation. You know, I've got motivation. So I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna build my channel, and I'm gonna never give up. Never.